Everyone, how are we doing today? So I wanted to put this video out there, this live stream out there, because it sort of feels, at least it feels like to me, right? The one rental at a time book story is really starting to take off. It's been, I don't know, more than a year or so that we've been talking every day. And just based on the number of interview requests I am getting, it really does seem like people are starting to believe and really want to get after the one rental at a time story. And it's becoming very clear. The shows that I've been invited to, everybody wants to, at some point in the discussion, ask how many units we have, ask about net worth, ask about gross rents, net rents, all of these things that I have ignored for a long time on this channel. So I wanted to give you my thoughts, my 10 thoughts about rent collection, over 100 grand a month, seven-figure net worth, unit counts approaching 200. I just wanted to run through my 10 kind of thoughts and really talk about why we don't talk about them on this channel, why I won't talk about them on this channel. And it's all because of you. It's all for you. So number one, the first thing is I don't like talking about our numbers because two things. First, I think it creates fake fans, right? In this social media space, in this Lambo and flexing and all of that, I could see growing a following, but I think I would disappoint the followers, right? A lot of them, if they knew what we owned and all of that, they would be looking for me to spend conspicuously, right? Go buy the new car, go on the crazy vacation, just spend in stupid ways. And if you followed my channel for any length of time, shoot, you watch my goals videos I do on Sundays, I don't spend any money. I am boring. So I think I would disappoint the fake fans. And I don't want fake fans. I want to inspire belief and confidence, and I want to help you have your story. I don't want it to be about us. I hate the look at me thing. So that's, the first one. And in addition, the big one for me is I think when you tell our story, it actually gives you a reason to create excuses. So let me explain. I don't know. Pretend like it's golf, right? And you want to go out and you want to be a scratch golfer, which means you shoot really low scores. You go out and play with a golfer when you've never done it before, you're never going to do it again because it was no fun. They had to wait for you. You lost a gazillion balls. I'm afraid sometimes when we tell our story that is now 20 years in the making, it gives you excuses. Oh, good for them, good for them. We can't do it. They got lucky, this, that, the other thing. And that's BS. Everybody can get into buy and hold rental properties. Everybody can change their life with as little as 4 rentals. So that's one of the biggest reasons is I don't want to create fake fans and I don't want to give you an easy out. I think there's a lot of keys in our book and they're there. There are story, sacrifice, consistency, conservative financing, all of that. So that's number one. That's why when I get interviewed on other channels, I will answer questions asked that I don't talk about on this channel. Number two, let's be really clear. When you hear other social media folks talk about gross rents, unit count, net worth, all of that, those numbers mean nothing. It's very easy to have a big unit count and you don't own anything, right? You're part of a syndication. It is possible that, you have a large gross rents, but you're losing money every month. It is possible that you can claim a net worth, but it's not audited. It doesn't mean anything. The only thing that really matters is net spendable cash flow. What shows up in the bank so you can pay your bills? All those other things, it's just people saying, look at me. And that's not us. Number three, I want you to believe that you can replace your W-2 income. The whole reason we wrote One Rental at a Time was to show you that, hey, here's our journey. You know, it took us 15 years. Here's our journey to how it was replaced. Nothing in that book is bragging, lots of mistakes. It's just there. And, you know, it takes sacrifice. It takes a long time. You know, the first 5 to 8 years, it feels like nothing happens. You're moving in quicksand. So if you really want to get to replacing your income, it's like a champagne bottle or something where you shake it and you have to hold on long enough. I've seen many people have little successes and then they spend it and they kill momentum. If you want to retire and have your W-2 be replaced by rental income, net income, it takes a while. It takes a while. You need to pay down your mortgage, inflation, rental increases. Man, be ready for the first 5 to 8 years not feeling like much. Number four, the biggest thing I say, repeat it all the time, is you need to learn your market. And again, don't be confused. Our story is one of living in the Silicon Valley and learning a market 2.5 hours away. Live where you want, but invest where the numbers make sense, right? So you can learn a market, but are you willing to be consistent? It's boring. How I teach my students is exactly what I do every day. I look at my market. I have a set criteria. I look. It can take me as little as 5 minutes or maybe 20 minutes, depending on how many new listings and how many things I'm looking at. It's just boring and repetitive. You do that every day for 20 years, you're bound to learn the market and find deals. Most people do what I talk about for 4 days and they're like, I know it. No, you don't. You haven't seen a change yet. We all want the quick fix, easy money, all of that. Number five, my story is one of conservative financing. I tell you the story in the book about how I created a negative cash flow property. All of you want to believe in Burr, you want Airbnb, you want House Hack. Our story is one of bust your butt during the day, add a rental property as you can that's conservatively financed, and then hold. Get 4. Man, you get 4 rental properties today financed under 4%. Good for you. I believe the biggest mistake new investors make, and the ones that are often on YouTube University, is you focus on the how before learning your market. I want to wholesale. I want to fix and flip. I want to burr. I want to buy and hold. Those are all hows. You need to learn your market. You need to know what a deal is. You need to know what a good or great deal is. It's not about the how. You can be a wholesaler and lose money. You can be a flipper and lose money. You can be buy and hold and lose money. But more importantly, you could sacrifice time. You can waste time bouncing around and doing nothing. If you want to add value, you have no money, go learn your gosh darn market and become an asset to people who have money. It's that simple. If you need help, look at the link below. Again, I talked about this earlier, but it is number 7. The first 8 to 10 years of buy and hold rental properties, it feels like you're in quicksand. It just does. You haven't had enough time for inflation to help you, mortgage pay down, rent inflation. It just does. It's testing you. It really is testing you. Number 9, if you're willing to learn your market, are you willing to sit there and look at it consistently? Are you willing to look at it when you have no money? And sometimes you have to realize doing nothing is the right answer. In the book, we write about 2 periods where we did nothing. meaning we didn't buy anything. And frankly, we didn't sell anything either. We are currently in that third window. The market is wonky today. If you don't watch it, you won't know that. You'll think it's perfectly fine to overpay by 20 grand. I promise you the market will change. There's a lot of hidden supply and hidden pain that will eventually hit the market. When? Don't know, but it's out there. You can't have record unemployment and not have people lose their homes. But you give them a year of forbearance, man, let's have a party. It'll eventually come. And number 10, man, real estate investing is a people business. And people are going to disappoint you. Shoot, Mother Nature is going to disappoint you. You'll have freak hailstorms and big rains and tree branches break and sewer lines break and people steal from you and tenants run away in the middle of the night and contractors steal from you and fires and floods, and it's a people business. People will disappoint you. You're going to have bad days. I just don't want you to be surprised. You're going to have them. And then this is a bonus one for you. The whole goal of One Rental at a Time, the book, this channel, the course that I have is I'm trying to create belief. And more importantly, I want to help you build confidence in you. Nothing makes me more disgusted than to hear people spending thousands of dollars on mentorship or programs, or worse, putting 50 grand into a syndication because you trust someone else. Man, that I don't feel good about that. So in the end, I am being interviewed more and more. Everybody wants to talk unit count, gross rents, net worth, net income. I'll ask the questions that are answered, but I am not going to talk about them on this channel. Because again, I want it to be about you, not me. And I don't want to create any fake fans that are hoping to see me buy something stupid, because you're going to be greatly disappointed. All right, that's what I have. Hope that made sense.